All right, we are live, and I am going to go over these shipping profiles for Whatnot. Make sure my lighting is not too bright. That is not correct. All right, so we are going to go into your Whatnot app. And then once you're in your app, you want to go to Seller Hub. And this is going to be different on whatever type of phone you have. I'm sure Apple is different than an Android. All right, so we're going to go up here to the three little lines, or I call it a hamburger. And we're going to go down and we're going to go to shipping. All right, so here you've got domestic shipments, shipping costs, and shipping profiles. So you're always going to want to check your shipping costs first. So you're going to click that. And you always want to do buyer pays all shipping costs. If you do buyer pays up to a set shipping cost, they're going to pay for the first box, but then you're going to pay for the rest of the boxes. So if they have 9 other boxes other than the first order, you're going to pay for the shipping on those other remaining shipments. And let me tell you, I've done it by accident, and a $140 sale turned into $4 for me. So don't do it unless you just want to and can afford it, because people will definitely take advantage of it. All right, so you save that. All right, now you're going to go down to shipping profiles. And I'm just going to make one for shoes because I'm going to do a shoe show sometime or another. And these flat rate, the large flat rate priority mail shipping boxes are only 12 by 12 by 6 inches tall. So I would say 3 pairs of shoes max would go in these. So that's what I'm going to set this up for. There should be a plus sign somewhere on your screen. So you're going to do that, and that's going to add or make it where you have a new shipping profile. So I'm going to name mine shoes. All right. And then where it's got weight, you want to put in the weight per item. So this is what's going to set it up where you can bundle. So per item, shoes are anywhere from right at a pound to a pound and a half, depending on how much rubber's on them. Like Vans are very heavy. So I'm just going to make it 1.6 pounds. So so I've got 1.6 pounds. Change your ounce. Make sure you do that. Change it to pound. All right. Now there are bundle. Mine's already just set up. I think it's like a default to set up for bundle. So hopefully you do that. Set maximum number of items to put in one package. So I'm going to make it 3. You've got to toggle it on. All right. So max number of items in one box. We're going to do 3. And then you don't have to put in your box size right now. You can do that when you're shipping. But mine is, I'm going to go ahead and fix that because I know what I use. All right, so it's the 12 by 12 by 6 on the flat rate shipping boxes. And then it says set a fixed weight for additional items in the same package. But I don't ever use that. So you just go ahead and save. And there is your shipping profile. So when you go in and set up for your show, you can click whatever shipping profile that you set up, and that's it. And then I'll go ahead and explain. Flat rate is a priority box, but that box says flat rate on it. There's a medium flat rate. There's a large flat rate. I'm sure there are smalls or other sizes, but I use the large and the medium sometimes. Priority mailboxes, they look just like the flat rate, except they just say shipping box on them or large shipping box on them. They don't have that flat rate on there. So don't get them mixed up. Pay attention to your labels. Ground Advantage, whatnot, will default to that. If it's like a pound or less, it will default to that ground. So you're going to have a big G on your shipping label when you print it. So make sure that's what you want. And if anybody has any questions on this, leave me a comment. I'm here to answer questions and help you along the way. And hopefully you don't make the mistakes that I've made learning the Whatnot profiles. Now on Poshmark, theirs is just 5 pounds automatically. And in Poshmark, you can go, if you do sell something and it's more than 5 pounds, you can go in and it'll be at your expense. You can go in and get a different weight shipping label. So be aware of that. And then they have switched to Ground Advantage. You can order those boxes and packaging, or you can use your own. I use a lot of Amazon boxes that we save. I do buy poly mailers off of Amazon. I already had those, so I use those as well. But you can also get your Ground Advantage boxes for free from the post office. Let me look that up real quick. USPS packaging for Poshmark. And I'll give you this information as well. Okay, you can get the free exclusive Ground Advantage packaging directly from USPS. You can order through USPS Poshmark at victorypackaging.com. You can do it there. Make sure you've got your closet name, your address, your phone number. They have 4 or 5 different types of packaging that you can order. I called in, so you can call in at, well, I thought it was in the same. Oh, where's it at? Let me find that. Poshmark packaging, USPS, phone number. Of course, now it's going to be hard to find, and I need to keep that. Ground Advantage. Phone number. But yeah, you do your closet name, mailing address, phone number, and email address, and the specific packaging you would want. Call USPS customer service to place an order. It's been faster than the emails. These supplies are part of an exclusive agreement with Poshmark and cannot be found on the local post office sites. They do not have Poshmark branding on them, and they can be used for any Ground Advantage shipments. You can also use your own standard brown boxes, poly mailers, or bubble mailers, but you cannot use the USPS Priority or Express mail boxes. So keep that in mind. Where is that phone number? Here we go. Maybe. Here it is. So the number to call and get those is 1-800-610-8734 or USPS Poshmark at victorypackaging.com. And you probably can't see it. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see that. All right, and let's see if it has these sizes on here. I have them in my gallery, so let me find those. And they're similar to what we had on with Priority before. Let me cut this light off. Maybe it'll help. No. Okay. Well, it's Ground Advantage. There's a box 1, box 2. There's a padded poly envelope. There's a poly envelope 3, and then there's a cushion mailer 2. I got 1 order of each just to try them out. So it's 25 of each in the first, 25 of each in the second, 10 for the padded poly envelopes. Ground Advantage poly envelope 3 is 10, and then Ground Advantage paper cushion mailer is an order of 50. So that is all the information for that. Mercari, I don't make many sales on there right now. I used to be pretty busy with Mercari, but it's just kind of fizzled out because they're shipping. If it's a pound and an ounce, it's $12 for shipping. So I think that's just ridiculous. I think you do have the option to pick your own shipping though. So that may be an option for you, for the seller or for the buyer. And then eBay, that's really taken off for me here. I just started it back up in June, and that has taken off pretty well. I've got $800 in sales in less than 90 days, and I've sold 16 items. So that's an average of about $50 an item if you average it out that way. But just leave your comments here, questions. Hopefully I made this as simple as possible to be able to figure out these shipping profiles on Whatnot. And I'm sorry my camera is grainy. I don't know what's up with it. It's updated and everything else. So not sure what the issue is, but everybody have a great day, and share this video with other people that have a business if they're struggling with this shipping profile stuff. So check that out and send it out to your friends or whoever. Everybody have a great day.